Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ajwa and I hope this video finds you well. If you are new to this place, please consider subscribing, and to all my returning subscribers, thank you so much for your support and welcome back. So let's talk about Fleur De Orientica today. This has been highly compared to Ex Nihilo's Fleur Narcotique, and in recent times it has been compared to Parfums de Mali's Valaya. However, I totally disagree about this being a dupe of Parfums de Mali's Valaya. For something to be a dupe, an original has to exist before that is replicated. This, however, was created a whole year before Parfums de Mali's Valaya. The funny thing is that I have not smelled Valaya before, but I totally know that this is not a dupe, because if anything at all, I think Valaya took inspiration from Fleur Narcotique and then Fleur De Orientica. Because of that, I'll not give the credit to Valaya, although I have not smelled it before, because this one was done like a whole year ahead of that particular fragrance. And when it comes to Fleur De Orientica, the note in this one includes the following. So it has some water blossom, bergamot, tangerine, and then white peach, fruity tea, musk, tonka, and rose. That is what this one gives. Whilst even when it comes to Valaya, I think that one has lychee. I'm not too sure, but I think that is what it states. So the note structure are quite different. What you predominantly get from this one is that water blossom. It's this very watery floral note. It's so lovely. As soon as I spray this one, it immediately takes me to rural Japan. I've never been to Japan, but it gives me that sort of very tranquil, very calming rural Japan, where everything, like the air is clean. It gives me that sort of clean, crisp air feel. It's like there's no pollution in the air. That's what this one gives me, coupled with that sort of very watery, aquatic water blossom. And then you begin to get that peach. That peach is also quite prominent. I once used Narcotic Flower by Fragrance World. It's a fragrance I know through and through, because it's a very excellent dupe of Fleur Narcotique. It's the only fragrance that I was able to finish the whole bottle for the whole of last year. So it's a very lovely one. I see a very like 95% resemblance when it comes to this one. I'm so happy I didn't replace that one, because this one has totally replaced Fleur Narcotique or Narcotic Flower for me. It's a very musky, watery, light, clean, crisp, fragrance. It gives me that sort of, when you watch documentary and you see people by it's like some spring, washing some vegetables in the spring, and then they go back to their huts, to prepare some daytime tea. That is the vibe that this one gives me. It is quite crisp. You get that rose in it, but that rose is not deep and dense. It's very airy, very light. If my memory serves me right, what I can remember when it comes to the Narcotic Flower, which I have, the difference between that and this one is that this one is just a little muskier, just a tad bit muskier than Narcotic Flower, which is a very good dupe of Fleur Narcotique. That is the only difference I find in this one, and I think the tea note in this one is also missing in that one, but generally, like overall, they smell so alike, about 90 to 95% similar. They are very good, very clean. If there's any one word I will use to describe this fragrance, it is tranquil. It is so calming. It is not refreshing. It is nothing refreshing. To me, refreshing is more of something edible, something that quenches your thirst sort of thing. This one is not refreshing. However, it is calming. It has that sort of zen sort of vibes. It's like as soon as you spray it on you, you get that sort of calming sort of effect. It is nothing like in your face, scratchy. It doesn't give you that. It gives you very clean, very sophisticated, very much womanly, very motherly. It has that sort of motherly vibes, like a very pleasant mom. That is what it gives me. This is a very beautiful one. This is a very beautiful fragrance. I will highly recommend this. I'm so glad, as I said, that I didn't replace my Narcotic Flower, and then I picked this one only for it to be like 100% dupe. I have not smelled Valaya. However, I know this one is not a dupe of that. If anything at all, Valaya took inspiration from this. This is beautiful, probably because this is a Middle Eastern fragrance. People will just say, it's always like, okay, the Middle Eastern fragrance has to be the dupe. But for this time, I think Valaya copied this one. I might be wrong, but I mean, fragrances take inspiration from so many other places, but this one is not a dupe of Valaya. It is, however, 100% dupe of Fleur Narcotique to me. if it were a person, is like that kind of person that even if you offend them, they will not even retaliate. You know, that is how I will simply describe this one. It's so beautiful, so gentle, so calm. Like, it's like calm, so calm. I love this one. You know, I very inoffensive, great for every day, for work, for the house. You know, that sort of housewife, motherly. To me, I think this is the tea version or the water blossom version of Mongelan. You know, people have always said it's motherly. That is exactly how I see this one. Even this one, I think, is much more of that motherly, calming, nurturing sort of, you know, fragrance. It's a very great one. I would highly recommend this. It has an average, you know, projection and longevity, about 5 hours plus you get on your clothes. On skin, you get about 3 hours. You know, you can push it, you know, when you overspray, you get about 3 to 4 hours on skin and 5 hours plus on clothes. You know, it also has the ability to sort of fill up a room, especially if you overspray this one. It is so beautiful. So that is all I have for you about Fleur De Orientica. I will highly recommend this, especially for the springtime, if you are into floral, fruity fragrances. That is all I have for you today, and I hope this video found you well. Please do not forget to give this video a thumbs up. I would really appreciate that. Thank you so much, and I hope to see you in my next one. Take care. Bye bye.